Aloha, eko mamai, and good evening. I'm Jeff Griffin. I'm the president of the Navy League of the United States Honolulu Council. This year's American Patriot Award ceremony is our 21st annual event. On behalf of our board of directors and our nearly 2,000 members, I want to welcome you, thank you for attending, and let you know how truly honored we are by your presence here tonight.
Hawaii pono ina na I kou mo I kalani ali I ke ali I makualani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale.
We who have worn the uniforms of this nation and others who have dedicated themselves to supporting our armed forces give thanks for all who have served and fought to procure that right and so many others of a free nation. And we ask that well beyond this night, they may know that their leadership, sacrifice, and dedication inspire us to do more for others as well. In your name we pray. Amen.
His unwavering and earnest dedication to his sailors and his country shine through like a beacon, giving us all faith in our Navy, our country. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Admiral Sam Paparo.
The American Patriot awardees epitomize service to our nation, and this is all connected to service and about readiness. Not just being about readiness for conflict, but readiness to serve our community today and to be ready for the unknowns for tomorrow. Whether it's for the security of our families and our nation, our personal lives and our business finances, our local economy, our national economy, and from crisis, from pandemics, from wildfires. As the Indo-PACOM commander, I see things from a readiness perspective, and our awardees tonight represent the finest in delivering readiness to our community and to our nation. And that's what makes this evening so absolutely unique, because it's really about patriotism. It's not about believing that your nation is the best. It's about loving your nation so much that it's about trying to make your nation better every single day. And that's what makes our awardees tonight so special. We want to honor Coast Guard Sector Honolulu and its commander, Captain Asia Kirksley. Recognizing the readiness and heroism of Coast Guard Sector Honolulu, commanded by Asia Kirksley, on August 8th, 2023, nearly 1 year ago to the day, a wildfire killed 102 people, leaving 2 unaccounted for in Lahaina, Maui, causing $5.5 billion in damages. Immediately during this tragedy, U.S. Indo-PACOM formed Combined Joint Task Force 50, comprised of Hawaii Army National Guard, Army Active Duty, Reserve, Navy, Marines, Army, but I will say that none contributed more than the United States Coast Guard, supporting FEMA, Maui County authorities to provide immediate security, safety, and well-being to those afflicted by the wildfires. As we focus on the tragedy of August 8th and the heroism that saved lives that following day, we overlook the year of preparation of service and readiness that Captain Kirksley had committed when she took command in 2022. The thousands of hours of service, of training. Semper Paratus means always ready, so that when the unforgiving hour came, the United States Coast Guard Sector Honolulu was ready. When crisis ignited on August 8th, that unit knew what to do because they were ready. There are people on Maui today who are alive and well, who will wake up tomorrow morning and enjoy their day, who otherwise would not be here were it not for the readiness and brave actions taken by our U.S. Coast Guard American Patriots.
Good evening and welcome to the American Patriot Awards. This year is a little unique because it's only the second time the American Patriot Awards has recognized a unit, and this year that unit is Sector Honolulu. 400 men and women, active duty, civilian, auxiliary, that span the entire Central Pacific, their area of responsibility. In the past year, they came to the rescue of Maui, but not just Maui, but they also came to the rescue of our oceans as well.
The United States Coast Guard District 14, during the fire, which is just about 13 months ago, they stepped up like no one could possibly imagine. Their efforts were heroic. They saved lives. The Coast Guard is always there for us, as we know, but we've never had a disaster of this magnitude.
They were first on scene when that fire struck. We don't have a checkoff list of what you do when there's a raging wildfire, people are taking to the water, there's smoke, you're operating in a hazardous environment. That's exactly what these men and women do.
And the extent to which they went without fear into this crisis to bring people back was something that we will never forget. So as we think about how we will heal and how we recover, we think back to that moment and we recognize these extraordinary Coast Guard members.
Not just rescuing these people whose lives are in danger, but at the end of the day, who rescues the ocean? And again, it was Sector Honolulu that recovered over 98 vessels that became derelict in Lahaina Harbor. There were over 10,000 gallons of petroleum that was tarnishing the environment. So they actually came to the rescue of the environment as well. And so when you think of the Coast Guard's core values, it's honor, respect, devotion and duty. I think all of that can be captured in one word, and that's trust. Trust among our emergency response communities, our federal, local, state, and yes, our Native Hawaiian community as well, all coming together. And it really beckons back to our service hymn, Semper Paratus. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. So trust me, there is no unit better than Sector Honolulu, those men and women who we honor tonight. I only wish I could be with you there in person in the recognition you richly deserve this evening. Mahalo and Semper Paratus.
Sector Honolulu, can I help you?
We're surrounded by fire on both ends. We can't get out.
How many people are with you?
There's got to be at least 50 people. I would say at least.
People that we need on the 45.
People are scared. People are really scared.
We're going to get DM1 on the line.
The night of the fire, I was the acting officer in charge. The Sector Command Center requested that they make an attempt to go into Lahaina Harbor. I remember that being just an incredibly eerie radio transmission to hear.
Extreme turbulence.
Extreme turbulence.
Extending 2 miles offshore.
Extending 2 miles offshore.
It was hard to see through the smoke. The smoke would burn your eyes. It was just so hot. You could feel the heat from the fires. We could hear explosions, and we could hear the folks on the break wall yelling to us.
In this scenario, the playbook was thrown out, so we had to make some decisions that were slightly outside of policy, and we had to do that in order to be productive and effective and do the right thing for the community.
I can see you guys.
We can't get our boat close enough to you guys, so more than likely you guys are going to have to enter the water with the Coast Guard rescue swimmer, okay?
Everybody start heading that way.
Yes.
Coast Guard's picking us up. Hey, everybody, turn your lights on. The Coast Guard's looking for us. We're coming in.
I've never been more proud of a group of men and women that I've ever worked with or ever been a part of in my entire life. And just the admiration I have for them, the heroism that they displayed, just full of pride for what this unit and the members of those boat crews did.
Nearly every Coast Guard member present in this room played a critical role in the response. I actually want to take a moment to honor our brave members from Station Maui and the Sector Command Center who were at the forefront that fateful night. Please stand one more time to be acknowledged. The fires that ravaged Lahaina were truly relentless, and the tasks we asked of our Station Maui crews were monumental. Yet when you speak to them, and I hope that you will tonight, you'll find their humility shines through. Just doing our jobs, they say. But what they accomplished was far beyond the call of duty. People have asked how our teams prepare for such unprecedented missions. The truth is, while this situation was unlike any other, their readiness and their professionalism ensured that they rose to the challenge. As you heard, we live by the motto, Semper Paratus, always ready, and they demonstrated that spirit brilliantly. Their bravery, selflessness, and patriotism are sources of inspiration to all of us. As we shifted our focus to public safety and the harbor's recovery, our Coast Guard active duty and reserve teams from Station Honolulu, from Maritime Safety and Security Team Honolulu, and Sector Honolulu approached their work with profound respect for the grieving community. They understood the weight of their responsibility and served with a deep compassion for those they protected. We celebrate excellence and welcome the Navy League's recognition as an essential part of this journey. Your support inspires us to continue our mission with the same spirit of honor, respect, and devotion to duty that defines our service. On behalf of Station Maui, Sector Honolulu, and the United States Coast Guard, thank you to the Navy League, and thank you to all of those that serve. Mahalo and Semper Paratus.
We know Bob as the chairman of the board, president and CEO of First Hawaiian Bank. From the perspective of the American Patriot, Bob increases the readiness and the resilience of our Hawaii ohana and our nation through his selfless service based on his humility and his genuine and his authentic love for people, for the healthcare initiatives, and for his community service. All of this are just but some of the actions that Bob Harrison does on a daily basis as expressions of patriotism to selflessly serve the community and the nation. And this exemplifies American patriotism. Through his patriotism, he enables a more ready and resilient America and is an exemplar for each and every one of us. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Harrison.
Aloha, everyone. I'm Josh Green, governor of our state of Hawaii. I'm so honored to get to give 2 awards out tonight to recognize some superstars in our state. These are the Honolulu Navy League Awards, and they go to American patriots, people that have exemplified leadership, the spirit of aloha, who have given back so much, and in this case, have helped us through great crises. We're going to first talk about Bob Harrison. Bob Harrison is a dear friend and a mentor of mine. As the current president, chairman, and CEO of First Hawaiian Bank, Bob has exemplified the spirit of aloha. He reaches out to everyone across our state and cares deeply about people. This is one of the reasons he's deserving of this award.
Aloha. I'm Mark Mugiishi, President and CEO of HMSA. The fundamental foundation upon which you build a friendship is trust. And there are really two components to trust. There's the part of trust that's integrity. It's you mean what you say and you say what you mean. And that's really important, especially like if your intent is pure. There's also the competency part of trust. And that's where if you say you're going to do something, you actually have the wherewithal to get it done. Bob fits both of those to the T. He's amazing in both of those categories, and that's why we've become close friends in the time we've worked together. If you look at him in the banking industry, he's the pinnacle of the community in banking. He's taken a bank that has been the biggest and best bank in Hawaii, traditionally over many, many, many years, because of the reputation it's built as a relationship bank, and moved it into the 21st century and turned it into a digital bank. And he did that without sacrificing the culture. He also helped navigate the bank through the banking crisis of 2023 with a steady hand and a calm demeanor.
He has stepped into a role where he can, not only from his leadership position, help us, but spread his mana'o out to other young leaders. Bob stepped up when we needed him most. When we helped put our team together here in the state of Hawaii to bring great leaders forward, he was there. Another reason we're recognizing Bob today is because of his Aloha for Maui efforts. They generated hundreds of thousands of dollars to help with the recovery, and those dollars went to people who needed housing, who needed food, who needed supplies for their kids to go back to school. They have a heart of gold.
If you look at what happened during COVID, Bob helped push through PPP loans so that struggling businesses could survive. In the aftermath of the Maui wildfires, he helped with mortgage deferrals so that impacted people could continue living. In the Navy, they talk about duty, honor, commitment. I think that's why the Navy wants to call him their own and why he's receiving this incredibly prestigious Patriots Award. But in Hawaii, we call it kuleana, and I would say Bob has that more than anybody I know.
Bob has truly exemplified this American patriot spirit, and I gotta tell you, he has risen beyond any expectations. He is super deserving of this award. Bob, congratulations. Thank you for everything you've done for our state. It has been extraordinary. Aloha.
Congratulations to you, my friend, Bob Harrison, for being recognized for this very prestigious Patriots Award by the Navy League. You are so deserving, and we are all so proud and honored to call you our friend.
I'm very honored to receive this award. I really appreciate the Navy League's recognition, and most importantly, all they do for our community, because they don't support just the Navy, but I also understand the Merchant Marine, the Coast Guard, and the Marines. So thank you for that. Especially want to thank my wife, Lori, here with us, and our two daughters, Julia and Nicole. Thank you. But what the Navy gave me was focus, purpose, and drive. Also taught me a lot about people, lessons I learned and use to this day. Most of all, it showed me the importance of service to others, your team, your ship, and your country. Sometimes I worry our youth does not have that same sense of service, and I hear about what happened with the Coast Guard. I hear about all the wonderful people that support our military. It makes me very proud to have a couple members of our family serving right now. Gunnery Sergeant Peter Cam of the U.S. Marine Corps is with us tonight, our nephew. His wife, Lieutenant Commander Christy Cam of the U.S. Coast Guard. But for whatever the reason, many of us in the room chose to serve. It's that act of service to others, our fellow citizens, that matters. Thank you very much for this award. Thank you, Navy League. Really appreciate it.
Thank you to all for attending tonight. Your presence here helps the Navy League in its mission to advocate educate, and support, and to serve those who serve and their families, and to develop tomorrow's leaders through our youth leadership programs.
Thank you all for being here. Everybody who is here is supporting our mission, as Jeff said, is to advocate, educate, and support. We're in the waterfront, whether it's Kaneohe Bay, Honolulu Harbor with the Coast Guard, or Pearl Harbor. We're there every day, serving those who serve. We have an amazing Coast Guard. We have an amazing Navy. Our Marines, they are all ready to fight tonight. Again, thank you for supporting this event tonight. You make so much possible. You help us touch lives. Thank you so much. Aloha.